So welcome to the Property Project Podcast. You're here with your main man, Sean.
And your go-to girl, Cindy.
Got it right.
Yay.
Got it right. So what are we talking about today?
So today we're going to be speaking about mentoring,
Mentoring
and the value.
training.
Yeah, and the value that brings. Again, we were just talking about how to really introduce it because you don't want it to feel awkward or weird. But at the same time, it's something we're quite proud of at the moment because we've started our own mentoring academy group where we're working with like-minded individuals who really want to grow their portfolio but don't know how or haven't been to the right places for training.
Or just get it started.
Yes.
New people who aren't into property but want to.
Yeah.
And want to create an additional source of income.
But we've also had people who've been on training already and haven't received what they thought they would receive from training and want to start from scratch with us, which we feel very blessed about.
And we've been on so many different courses, training programs, academies, and we want to kind of tailor what we're doing, take the positives and the negatives and kind of create tailor a good package to be able to actually deliver what we're saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because there's times where we've been on academies where we thought we was going to get certain access and we didn't. Or we thought we was going to get a certain level of mentorship and we didn't. Do you know what I mean? Asking certain questions and people can't give us the answers or can't direct us where to get the answers.
I think the main thing has been, because it's so weird, I keep referencing this business training, but since we did that training, we really understood how much we connect with people over, I say Instagram because that's really where we're at. We're not anywhere else. Don't look for us anywhere else. We're not anywhere else. Over Instagram.
Anywhere else is fake.
Yeah, it's fake. It's not us. But we really connect with people over Instagram.
And I think in real life.
I'm talking aside from that before we meet people in real life. There's a genuine connection over Instagram. And I think, I remember when someone asked you, what's the difference between you training somebody and somebody else training that person? And it was the fact that you said something. And I think it was the USP, they were asking what your unique selling point was. And you were like, we genuinely care.
Yeah.
And I think they looked at us crazy, like, okay, well, that's not enough. But for us, it actually is enough because we know we genuinely care. And we do that by the advice that we give to other people that literally we give for free. But at the end of the day, we've also paid a significant amount for our training from different people as well. Like, it's well-rounded and we will continue to develop that training. We're already speaking about BRR training and where we're going to kind of get our training from there and mentorship from. Because it's so important for us to, before we get into anything now, know exactly what we're doing and train with the best.
With the best,
and people that we're inspired by. So I guess for us, or whilst we are mentoring people, the benefit from them mentoring with being trained by us is the fact that we've spent the grands on training and now using all the training that we've gone to package it into our own mentorship as well.
Because there's a lot of people out there that do training and do courses and do whatever, but I feel like their main focus is, again, getting the money. They don't really care whether the person succeeds or gets their value for money.
Or don't remember your name.
Don't remember your name. You go back and it's
10K, you have to know my name and how to spell it.
Oh, you better ask me how's it been.
How's my kids? Ask me how my kids are, and I want you to know all their names and their ages. I don't have no kids, but you get what I mean.
But this is what I'm saying. It's just like, it's like
attention
to detail and making someone feel like they haven't just wasted their money because they've chosen to invest in you in the result that, or in the hope that, you're going to be able to teach them something or help them or put them in a position where they can get a result. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes people just want to have that. Whenever I've been speaking with people that have gone on training or different trainings, the main thing has been, I thought I was going to get this support, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's not just that's with various different trainers that I've been hearing that from. Their responses have, I asked something that was time sensitive and I didn't get a response back until next week. By then, the deal was gone. The deal's three times over,
Gone.
Do you know what I mean? It's expired 3 times over, mold on the deal and everything.
Yeah, honestly.
So, do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I feel like when our one is like going to, I say successful, it will be successful. Because I feel like,
it's very new.
It sounds cheesy, but it's like we actually care because we've been through it.
Yeah.
We know what it's like.
Yeah. We've been part of a group where everyone knows what training we've been on. So I'm not going to sit there and pretend what kind of training. Everyone knows what training we've been on. And I will always say that learning, the e-learning, that online training, 10 out of 10, didn't miss at all, especially with the service accommodation training, the rent-to-rent training, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
However, when it comes to building the relationship with your mentor, because, you know, you're frightened to do another deal, or one deal's gone really, really wrong, or you thought you had the money going in, but actually once you got into the deal, you're losing a lot of money, and you need somebody that you're going to be able to connect with that is the same person. You know what it's like? You know, like, it sounds really silly, yeah, but at school, when you knew your favorite teacher, you knew your teacher was going to be there, and it was so easy to ask those questions to that teacher.
Yeah.
But when you had the substitute teacher, you didn't feel as comfortable to go to that teacher to ask those same questions. So you end up not understanding maths because you didn't have a teacher you felt that you could speak to.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same with mentorship. If you go somewhere and the person that's training you seems relatable to begin with, but then as soon as you try to make that connection with them, they're not giving you the things they said they would give you that were written on the tin.
Yeah.
Question that. Yeah. Because when you're doing mentorship, the thing that you've bought into isn't actually the training, because you haven't done the training yet. You don't know what the training is going to be like.
Exactly.
You've bought into the person. Yeah. So if the person is no longer showing up as the person that they originally were, you probably shouldn't be part of that training group.
Yeah.
And so when we say, like, okay, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, it's really important for us to carry that out, because that's been done to us where the learning value.
It feels.
That's what I'm saying.
Where it's put us.
Yeah, the learning value was good. The online stuff was good, but no one knew us.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, but we thought we tried to become the characters of the most boisterous and loud in the room so that we could be noticed. Then we realized, actually, this is not our character.
Yeah.
I don't function well in these kind of environments.
We couldn't maintain it because it wasn't us.
It's not. And it's not every day wins. There are losses. I've been kicked.
Yeah.
I've been punched. Like, I'm on the floor and I'm literally on the edge.
And it kind of brought unwanted attention. I feel like, you know, it was great to say that, we've won this week or this month. We had a good win or a good run. But then now it gets to the point where people are coming to you because it's like, oh yeah, I've noticed that they're doing stuff, so let me come to them. And, you know, like, you're kind of the it person for that little bit. It's like your flame is kind of
temporary.
It's there for now, but then it's like, but then we thought to ourselves, it's like, no, you're actually just coming to us because you think that we're going to boost your social
you're
status. Talking
about basically clout chasing is what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I mean that for me, that's not really what bothers me. I feel like what bothers me around the clout chasing is probably the individuals who succeeded so much so that anything they say now is Bible. Like, anything they say, people take as word. Like, and actually that's not the case, because a lot of the time they're not giving you the honest truth of what's happening in their property business.
Yeah.
So that happened a lot where we trained and the people who were on top, everyone wanted to be like them. Everyone. It's like, they're not being honest with you, because cool, they can show a screenshot of a 1 month booking, but how were the rest of the months? Ask them to prepare pictures, statements of every single month that happened. And I guarantee you, a lot of the time it's not going to reflect that, you know, the 20K that they got for the booking. And that's what people are missing. I feel like the balance with us is that, yes, we will show you when 20K landed in our account. No issue. I want to show that. I want you to know it's possible. However, we will also show you, like when I was on Instagram, almost weeping because we had a terrible beginning of Q1. The balance of that is what you need to be seeing from property people that are doing it. You know what I mean? And it's that transparency, and I think that's what people kind of like, you know, if I see that, I know I'm a realist, so I know that not everything is going to be good. Show me the bad stuff, show me the stuff that goes wrong, and show me how you dealt with it. You clearly dealt with it or dealing with it because you're still here. You know what I mean? So show me that stuff. Don't just tell me, oh yeah, I got a 160 night booking and I raked in this much this month. Like, tell me when you didn't rake in so much, and you know how you dealt with that. Because I want that. I know that that's going to happen. You know what I mean? And that's what forces some people to kind of get into this industry with the false hope, thinking that I'm going to get in and it's just going to be, I'm going to quit my job.
The Garden of Eden,
days.
like everything, butterflies everywhere, ray of sunshine and everything. And then they get shot down because they hit their first challenge. Do you know what I mean? Like, the first thing that we teach you is that it's the mindset. Are you strong enough for this strategy? Are you strong enough to get into property? Because if you're someone that you shut down after one no, I'm sorry, but either you go away and train your mindset to be better than that, or
sit your ass at home.
Or Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
literally, just chill.
It's okay.
Just chill. Like,
Relax.
literally, just chill. Like, so go do something else.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So I think that's one thing that the trainings that we've been on, we haven't. Well, the earlier trainings, they didn't say that.
Yeah,
they didn't mention anything
Everything
about your character, about
rainbows,
the person that you have to try and become in order to get the resilience that you have to build up. They didn't tell you about that. Do you know what I mean?
I think as well with like training is making sure that the person who's teaching you is actually conducting the same strategy. Because a lot of the time there are people in the industry who will teach you a strategy that they have done, but they done 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And even if they've done it 5 years ago, because there's so much shift in strategies. Strategies change so much. Laws come in, like, you know, things like 90-day rules. Now Birmingham have got the selective license. So much changes, and if the person who's training you isn't aware of these things that change and how to overcome them, what's the point of training with them?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that somebody who has done it 10 years ago can't train you now. I'm not saying that at all, but they need to be
clued up
enough to understand.
You're gonna have present day questions. You can't give me past answers. Do you know what I mean? You can't give me past answers because it's like, all right, cool, that was good then, but what do I do now? In this situation where we're talking about 90-day rule and that, if I'm asking you how to navigate through that, you need to be able, I've paid you for mentorship. You need to mentor me through this.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Or at least point me in the direction of who can.
Yeah.
But then it even kind of questions, should I be paying you that?
Or should I be paying them?
Yeah, who should I be paying?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of people or some people that I've seen, they keep talking about this one deal that they did 10 years ago and it made them this much. And it's like, that was a great deal.
Yeah.
But that was back then.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, when you're kind of picking a mentor or a training program to go on, find out when, say if they're doing service accommodation, when was their last service accommodation deal?
Yeah, because they might have a big team as well.
Yeah.
And that's fine if they have a big team.
Yeah.
But do they understand what that team is doing for them to get them those kind of deals?
Exactly.
Like, it's not just a delegating type of situation, but they actually understand it. So like if that team ever had to step away, they would also be able to navigate whatever was being done by that team.
Yeah.
So I think it's so important to find out, are they still on the field? Are they still on the ground? And like, it's fine to be trained by millionaires who are millionaires, but at the same time, they need to understand the strategy as well.
Yeah.
I remember when we did one of our trainings, and when we first got it broken down to us how we make what we wanted to make, they were like, you need 2K per deal. 2K for rent, service, accommodation. 2K. Someone came to us the other day and was like, I've got 5K, I'm ready to start. I said, who are you starting with?
No, I'm trying to think.
The one about the 2K when she broke it down.
When she's like, yeah, just get a block deal.
She said, get a block deal, you pay. Sorry, I was gonna.
So I'm even just thinking about it now, and I'm vexed, because I'm just like, you actually swindled us, and you set us up for loss.
We got gas. We said, yeah, are you dumb? We've got so much, we can double that.
Yeah,
We've got so much in the same.
We even made a call.
We can double that.
We even made a call to someone. I remember we made a call talking about, have you, like, we're looking for a block deal. And they was like, yeah, come and view. This person probably knew that we weren't serious, and I don't think they even called back. Yeah. But the fact that we thought we could get a block deal. Yeah. Like, you can't just go and take over a block deal. And
cover, because the idea that she gave us, the strategy was that if you pay 2K for the flats within a block deal, you will then become financially free within this amount of time, and then you'll be done.
Yeah.
Bruh, we learned that in less than 30 days that was not going to be the case.
Yeah.
And that we had been swindled. We did actually buy that training, but we'd actually been swindled because what she told us was not the correct information at all.
Yeah.
And then we've had people who've also been told by other people who've come to us, not once, not twice, not 3 times, so many times. I've got 5K, I'm ready to start rent to service accommodation. Bro, with 5K, you're going to get half a house.
Yeah.
And you should wait till the rest of the half comes in, literally, before you can get the rest.
Yeah.
It's not that simple, because what you're not accounting for is things at the start is so expensive. If you had 5K and that was already a property running and ready to go, fine, 5K would work. A turnkey is what that's called. But if you don't have a turnkey property that's already set up as a service accommodation, you are putting more. I don't care if it's a 1-bedroom. You're putting more in. It depends where it is, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If you're up north, where like a 1-bedroom is £50, fine. But if you're not there and you're kind of around London and surrounding areas, and those kind of areas where it is really expensive, you're not getting anything, not even a studio with 5K.
But this is the thing though as well, like even the word invest, I always think invest, it's got in the word. So you have to dip into your money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
You're dipping. It's all right. I've got this uploaded. No, but you got to invest for the long term. You know, you dip into your money so that it's paying you recurring amount, and then at some point it's going to go past and bring you back to the surface, and then it's you're flying after that. And I've seen someone break it down like, oh, if I had 6K, what do I do with it? And I actually I said, they said, I've got 9K, what should I do with it? And someone was like, yeah, you put 2 grand, 3 grand into, what did I say? What did I say? 9 grand? 3 grand into free rent to rent property deals. And then that will be making you X amount per month. And I was just like, listen, if you're there's no way show me. Because I want to know about the rent, the first month's rent, the deposit, the
second month's rent.
The second month's rent.
To prepare yourself because you need that buffer. You need that buffer.
Especially in today's climate.
Especially if you're getting a property in winter.
Yeah.
You need that second month's rent.
Exactly. They don't tell you about that. Your bills as well. Because either you're going to do one or two things. You're going to pay set up your direct debits for bills right now. That means that while you're going through your grace period or whatever, you're going to have to pay for the gas and the electric and the water that you've used up while you've been there. Do you know what I mean? So you've already dipped into the pocket. You're kind of already
in a minus before you
Do you know what I mean? So I want to know how, when people are putting this stuff out there, it's like, no, be realistic. I will never ever tell someone that. I would never tell someone that you can set up. What would we say that the minimum?
Can set up with 5K. With 5K, you could set up a studio.
But
barely, literally.
But then it's like, even then, it's like, what returns are you really getting with a studio?
Well, it depends. I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I heard somebody has a studio in Kingston, and that studio is but she's had to refurb it. So again, I'm sure she would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really varies, but I would never say. A lot of people are looking for them to 2 to 3 bed type properties where you can really get the cash flow from those and get the occupancy. But with those, you are not spending 5K.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing. I think really questioning a lot, not even just what other people say, because even what we say, where we were at the start to what we say now, so many different things, so many things have changed. Why? Because we've experienced it differently.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean...
And we're growing and learning and evolving.
Exactly. And just because one person has said to work it this way and another person has said it to work it that way doesn't mean either are wrong, but also doesn't mean either are right.
The only way you're going to know is by doing it yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. So
I was even going to say as well, like when you are choosing like a mentor or a trainer as well, just kind of find out what's the size of the group.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that will kind of determine how you're going to be responded to, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because we had situations as well where we needed a question answered, and not even going to the mentors, but even like a WhatsApp group.
Oh gosh, I know.
Going and speaking in the WhatsApp group.
We weren't the it people.
We weren't, and this is what I was talking about. So we had this situation where every week we'd have this mastermind with everyone who's on the academy in this one chat. So I think there'd be about 250, 300 people. Actually, at first it was about 100 people. So when we started,
it's really grown over
the years. So we'd obviously, I think one time we've been on for several weeks, and then one time, obviously, because we had quite our success quite early, we said, all right, you know what, I'm actually gonna speak up and say, all right, yeah, we got this success. Yeah. So as soon as we told people how we won, all of a sudden it's like, oh, congratulations, which is great. It's fine. Thank you so much. But now people are coming out the woodwork to ask questions and stuff like that. And I don't mind that. But then it got to a point where it's like, now I'm asking questions, people are responding to me in the group. We went quiet for a bit because it's like we were just working, we were doing what we're doing. We were still winning, but we weren't really putting it out there. We were quickly forgotten about it, and that's fine. As soon as it comes to me asking questions to find out X, Y, and Z, which is what the whole point of the WhatsApp group is for, people are ignoring. And there's like 200,
I never
300.
Went chat.
There was one time you did, and even one of the mentors didn't conduct herself right.
Yeah.
And I think it was very unprofessional the way. Basically, what happened was Cindy must have. It was
my first time trying to dual source.
Yeah, so
and
we just.
I was so nervous. The Cindy a year and a half ago and Cindy now are two different people. But and this is what this kind of journey brings you, right? It's a lot of confidence, but before I was timid, scared. I would hide behind Sean. I'm not talking to anybody. Don't want to talk to anyone. Like it was very nerve-wracking for me to be in these kind of spaces, especially with so many people in a chat. And my biggest fear was writing something and then being ignored.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, I always used to get Sean to write it in there. So I'd write whatever I want to write and be like, Sean, can you post it in the chat? So this day I thought, we just newly started deal sourcing. No support from the mentors at the time because they don't really teach you how to deal source. There's training, online training, but no one really does. You know, when we were doing the masterminds, there was never teaching how to pass on deals and it was always about rent to service accommodation.
So just keep what you got in there. But I was even thinking, now thinking about it, any of the mentors, did any of them do deal sourcing? The only examples that we saw was their head mentor when he was teaching everyone.
Yeah.
And then even then, it's like the methods that he was teaching, only he could get away with them because he's got big that platform. Big in the game. So, but anyway,
I think the same. There was only like they did do BRR. The main two types of training, although they gave training on everything, was BRR and rent to rent. And so no one really taught deal sourcing. So when I went in the chat, I went in just trying based on what I'd observed from other people and what I'd learned from the e-learning training, right?
Yeah.
And then, so at the time, rent was going up in Brighton and I'd seen other people posting the same deal that we'd actually obtained. But obviously it's just a race against who's going to sell it to their investor, right? So I started posting it in the chats. The same deal that the mentor's buddy had posted.
Yeah.
When she posted it, she got no concerns raised. I think she even got a likes on it.
She got likes, fire emoji.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands.
Yeah. I posted it, got 0 comments.
Yeah.
But I got, in that same group chat, the mentor said, basically added me about the deal and saying basically it's a poor deal.
Basically, she said almost like, what are these numbers?
Yeah, like, this is never going to work.
It's never going to work.
So I messaged her because I was actually raging because she does not understand the courage it took me. She does not understand the courage it took me to put that in the chat. I never wrote in that chat again, mind you, but even with the confidence as it grew, because I just thought that kind of culture, not for me. Just mind your business. If the deal's not for you and you don't want it, shut up. Like, do you know what I mean? And it wasn't in a way that was constructive criticism.
No.
It was, that's a terrible deal. And why did you put it in
Why did you put it in here?
So I messaged her on the side.
After a while, because you was really thinking like, do I do it? Do I actually?
Because of who she is within the organisation.
Yeah. And I think it wasn't so much the fact that it had happened. I think is the fact that she was a mentor.
Yes.
She was a mentor. She's supposed to be bringing people up and uplifting people.
She could have private messaged me and been like, I love the fact that you tried to put this in there. Just wanted to see like where you got these numbers from. The deal wasn't looking really good. I'd love to work on you with the deal. That's how, if you're a mentor, you should respond, right? Yeah. If you're someone else, a random, cool. I would have just deleted the comment, the thing and been like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that it was her.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? Actually, no, I'm not going to let that go because you don't understand the courage. So I messaged her and I said, unacceptable. That took me a lot of courage to put in that group chat, and now I will not be messaging in that group chat because of the culture that's been created. And I'm a little bit disappointed because, as you can see in the group chat, a lot of people respond to specific people and then other people don't get responded to. So it took me a lot of courage to be able to do that, and I'm just disappointed in your response. And then she was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. I'd love to work on this deal with you and make sure that it's a deal that can be sold. I was like, but why didn't you do that at the start? Why do I have to pull you up on
now
that?
Now you're just saying it just because you think like, my feelings are hurt and you're just trying to save what you said. Do you know what I mean? But again, as you said, like one of her brethrens then posted that deal later.
That same deal, and she got
that
all
same
them
deal.
fire emojis, love that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's gonna go quick. All of that kind of stuff. So
I thought to myself like,
I feel like in training groups and mentorship groups, everybody should be valued at an equal amount. As much work as they put in. So I'm not saying somebody who sits in the background and doesn't say anything should get the same value as somebody who's consistently working hard and putting themselves out there. However, each person is important regardless because they've paid the same amount to be there. Nobody's more important than the other person. And I think in the academy that we were in, there was a lot about people being more important than other people. And other people
it was always the same people being referred to.
Oh gosh. They were like the number one success story no matter what happened. You could have got 8 properties, but because you weren't that person, you don't matter.
You don't matter. Or because you haven't done something or something specific that's outrageous and everyone's like, lapping it up and everything. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? And I just think like another thing as well, another important thing, when you're deciding your training and your mentor, what are you like? Like, what is your mindset? What is your temperament? What are you driven enough to do this? Because again, sometimes we forget that the role of the mentor is to not to promise us results, because
the results depend on you.
The results depend on you. You can't I can't expect this mentor to give me results if I don't put in the work. Yeah. As I always say, me and my sayings, you can have all the ingredients for the Sunday soup, but if I don't get in the kitchen and make it, there's not going to be no soup. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm always thinking to myself, like, all right, regardless of whether you have
Sunday soup.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? It's Sunday roast?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Sunday soup.
Okay. Maybe that's a Caribbean thing. I don't know. Anyway, go for it.
Well, to be fair, Sunday soup could just be on any day, but it's just
but you particularly wanted it on a Sunday, so.
Yeah, well, it started on a Sunday.
It's alliteration as well. I'm here for it.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go, yeah.
But, but yeah, it's just like, for me, a lot of people think that just because I've paid money, that this person automatically, they owe you success.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
That is not the case.
You need to understand that. Are you ready to be told what to do and put the work in?
Yeah.
Because if you're not, then do not waste your money.
Yeah.
And if you come to us and tell us, like, we'll kind of even ask you some questions to feel out where you are, what type of person you are. Because if you're someone that's going to just expect us to, you're going to hand us money and we're just going to get you a deal and you're going to be successful. No, because we're not going to do that for you. Yeah. You need to do it. We're going to give you the tools, the tips and the tactics to do that, and you have to implement it.
Yeah. And just the basics, like go with someone who gives you the vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Go with someone who gives you the vibe. Because even though, yes, we didn't have the greatest time on the academy that we joined, we still got the learning because we went with the vibe.
Yeah.
And we can't, I wouldn't take that back. Yes, there was lots of stuff that could have worked better, but the fact was the learning is what got us to where we are.
Yeah.
And how we implemented it was the additional, right?
We focused on the positive.
Yeah,
we were all right, cool. We're not going to get this, but
we can get this from it. So
let's focus on that.
Yeah. So I definitely think follow the vibe as well. Like, do you connect? Do your morals connect? Is this a fun person? If you like fun people who are funny and going to give you a good time and a vibe, are they that kind of person? Or if you like somebody who's very classroom based in their teaching and their learning, is that something that they give you? Are you somebody who needs to be a bit more proactive on the field? Do they give you that? Do you need handhold? Like, what is it that this person does that relates to what you need vibe wise? Sounds so silly, but if you don't connect with them vibe wise, you're not going to enjoy the training with them. Don't just base it on the fact that they've shown you they've landed 25k, 45k, 50, 100k, whatever it is in their account. It needs to be about what you resonate with as well.
100%.
So I mean, the main thing is that we do obviously offer mentorship. Is that
mentorship,
the word? Mentorship
and training,
and we do that because we obviously want to give back to people. We want people to be successful, but also to do it right and not
and
be.
Despite our clumsiness and everything, we actually do know a thing or two, and I think it's just fair.
More than that, we do. I think we are experts in rent to service accommodation.
Well, we paid 5 figures for what's in here, and I think it's only fair that we just
provide that to others.
Because again, there's certain things that we've been through that we weren't prepared for, but we were lucky enough to kind of be able to adjust and still land on our feet.
Yeah.
And if we can give another person a gem or two, that means that they don't have to go through that. The truth. And they don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
That means that now they're able to accelerate to a better place. Then I'm happy with that, to be fair. But.
So we've got some people on our mentorship team already in our academy, but we'd love for you guys to consider us as your mentor if you're struggling to get into property, don't really know what to do or how to access the property world, or have goals that you're just not able to achieve right now with the current mentorship that you have, and just looking for somebody or people that you can trust in to get you where you want to go, then we are definitely your people. As we always say, DM us. And we should actually really do via email as well, which is...
No, but it's
probably better. But we are.
You communicate.
I'm great on the
email,
emails. I'm great. The Americans.
Yeah, but where are we?
In America.
But I feel like just
make sure to.
And if you just want to just ask questions about it.
We always say that. I'm getting bored of saying ask us questions. We're so approachable. Ask us whatever.
I'm saying ask questions about the mentorship.
Oh, okay, good. Go for it.
Yeah, specifically
Specific.
Do you know what I mean? But
we are very approachable. So you can ask anything.
What we're going to start doing as well is getting a bunch of Q&As that we can maybe do at the end, or maybe switch it up. We'll think about it. Get a little bit of structure, But yeah, that's the end of that.
Yeah. And we look forward to anybody who does want to join our mentorship.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching yet again.
Mm-hmm.
And
we'll catch you next time.
Yes.
Peace.